You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Police say a body was found in Huntington today. Dozens of police vehicles, crime lab workers, and other officials closed a portion of Nassau Road just before noon. No word yet on the identity of the body or who found it. The crime scene is within walking distance of the Huntington High School. The superintendent sent out a message to the community because of the road closures in the area. She said in part, "We have been in communication with our local police who have assured us that this police activity poses no danger to our students or our school district. The investigation is ongoing." And first in Newsday, sources say the man charged with fatally shooting his ex-wife and her boyfriend tried to kill himself in jail. Sources say Daniel Coppola was hurt after making himself fall while on a set of stairs. It happened on Sunday at the Suffolk County Correctional Facility in Riverhead. Prosecutors say the St. James man allegedly planned last week's killings in, quote, excruciating detail. And a Long Island man is facing a terrorism charge after allegedly making a bomb threat at a Charleston airport. Police say Thomas Brienza told police that he had a bomb and a gun and recorded the exchange for his TikTok. The 20-year-old later told police he did not realize the severity of his false comments. The Center Reach man was released after posting $100,000 bond. And first in Newsday, Governor Hochul's former aide has been charged with being an agent of the Chinese government. Authorities arrested Linda's son and her husband Chris Hu this morning. Prosecutors say the couple allegedly laundered millions of dollars to buy their Manhasset mansion and a Ferrari. Hochul's press secretary said in part, "We terminated her employment in March 2023. After discovering evidence of misconduct, immediately reported her actions to law enforcement and have assisted law enforcement throughout this process." You can read more about this story at Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And former Governor Andrew Cuomo will testify in public next week. This will be before a House subcommittee about thousands of nursing home deaths during the pandemic. Now, back in June, Cuomo spent 7 hours testifying behind closed doors on these deaths. About 15,000 nursing home residents died from COVID. And the family of a Holocaust survivor has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Boar's Head. 88-year-old Gunter Morgenstein died in July from liverwurst contaminated with listeria. The CDC says nearly 60 victims across 18 states have been infected. A total of 9 people have died due to the outbreak, and more than 7 million pounds of products have been recalled. An electric car maker is looking to open up a warehouse in Woodbury. Rivian pitched a plan to lease part of a 9-acre property from the town of Oyster Bay. It would be the company's first permanent service center on the island, and the town can vote on this proposal next month. And thousands of LIRR commuters are being forced to scramble at Jamaica. Alfonso Castillo has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
The Long Island Railroad says nearly 96% of its trains have been running on time as of late, but riders say it doesn't always feel that way, especially here at Jamaica Station.
We know we can do better, we're looking at it, and we're setting higher goals to improve on-time performance.
Through the end of July, the LIRR reported that 95.7% of its trains operated on time. But that number doesn't tell the full story of the railroad's reliability. At Jamaica Station, fewer than 60% of trains arrive within 3 minutes of their scheduled times during the rush hours. That can lead to riders missing connections and waiting a long time for the next train.
For the train to not come at the right time, and then for you to pay the consequences of that is I don't know, it's unfair.
So how can the LIRR run late at Jamaica so often if it says most of its trains are on time? It's because the LIRR only measures punctuality at the end of a trip, meaning that a train could run late at several stations and still be considered on time as long as it arrives at its final destination within 5 minutes and 59 seconds of its scheduled time. Now, the LIRR is making several changes to prevent delays at Jamaica, including adding police and personnel at the station, installing several new digital signs to keep riders informed, and minimizing how often trains have to switch across different tracks. The LIRR's latest timetables, taking effect right after Labor Day, will also include some schedule changes aimed at keeping trains running on time.
I always say our system is like a sweater. You pull a thread, it could all come undone. So we have to make sure everything we look at doesn't impact the overall operation.
At Jamaica, riders said they appreciated the LIRR trying to improve its performance, although some said it's already pretty good.
As far as I'm concerned, they're always on time.
Another idea the railroad has to improve things here in Jamaica, getting rid of these old people movers on the east side of the station that nobody ever uses. Doing so will allow them to create more space for customers to move around. At Jamaica Station, for NewsdayTV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
Now, to read more about this story, go to Newsday.com, click Get More, below the NewsdayTV video box.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
Only in Newsday, Jamie Stewart sat down with the cast of a new baseball TV series being shot here on Long Island.
Let's get some in play now.
It's a typical baseball practice on Long Island.
Go! Yes, sir!
Except this team isn't practicing for an opponent. And their manager, more like a director.
Come on, TJ.
If you don't play ball, you can't fake it.
Introducing Heavy Hitters, a new baseball series being filmed on Long Island, directed by a Long Islander, and starring Long Islanders. No faking allowed.
And action! I get it.
More than 60,000 prospects nationwide submitted their resumes to act in this series. But this isn't your typical series where actors pretend to be athletic. Director Candace Kane filled the majority of this cast with actual baseball players who are also professional actors.
When she yells, don't hold it because it looks really awkward on camera.
You know, like I said, high school and stuff like that, baseball's a passion. Then acting started becoming that like secondary passion. Now I got to bring them together. I was like, no way.
The Drinkwater twins played baseball at Greenport High School. Matt pitched 2 no-hitters. John was a Suffolk County batting champion. The brothers didn't just earn roles in this series, they gave director Candace an idea.
She saw us act and play baseball, and she was like, I gotta write some twins into this show.
Longwood High School grad Griffin Bell currently plays in the Stan Musial Men's League and says the action and heavy hitters will definitely pass the eye test.
A baseball player knows what baseball looks like. Baseball has a certain flair to it, a certain art form. And I think we're really going to be able to capture that.
Safe! Safe! No, he's safe!
And that's the goal of heavy hitters. Real actors.
Right. This is so much more important than partying in Miami Beach.
Real baseball.
Get going! Go ball, go ball, go!
When you see him swing the bat, you're going to see the ball hit the bat, and you cannot CGI that stuff.
1, 2, 3,
For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
Now, to read more exclusive sports stories just like this one, go to Newsday.com, click Get More, below the Newsday TV video box. All right, now let's take a look at your cooler Long Island weather. It was actually kind of nice this morning, although the temps were a little low. You can see tonight the temps are dipping again. We're in the mid-50s, but tomorrow we are in the mid-70s. Taking a closer look at tomorrow, you see we have sunshine pretty much all day with those temps right in the mid-70s. As for your 7-day forecast, check it out. Hopefully that'll clear up on the weekend, but looks like a dry week.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC. One town in Suffolk County has allowed the dumping of 110,000 tons of automobile residue in a landfill every year, crushing concerns. An exclusive Newsday investigation, now available at Newsday.com.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Bufa. Thank you so much for joining us.